Okay, tonight, what do we have? We have a little bit of memorabilia with a signed football jersey and then a signed baseball jersey. Then we have a full case of Topps Tier 1 baseball. And then we have a partial case of Panini Excalibur basketball. So we got a little bit of everything on tap tonight. But let's start out and take a look at who is in our Lucky You Part 3 Customer Appreciation Break. As you can see on there, the break itself will be Saturday, August the 5th at 6 p.m. We have, every night that I do a break, we have one nightly random winner, and that person gets a spot in the Customer Appreciation Break, and that's the only way you can get in there. And it looks like I forgot to put in for last night, doesn't it? So I don't know why. I guess I forgot to save the spreadsheet because I'm pretty sure I cut and pasted that. Anyway, I'll go back and fix that later. But first up, let's get somebody in there for tonight. So what we're going to do is take everyone who is in any of the breaks tonight, and we're going to cut and paste that list and then drop it over into random.org, and random will tell us who is moving forward into that Customer Appreciation Break. Free to be in the break, but the only way you can get in is with the nightly random by winning this. All right, let's see who it is. Of course, it comes up unpaid, so that's going to move us to number 2 here, which is Eric something. I can't even read it. It's so small on there. It's so small. Give me 1 second here. We're going to try to get back to the correct spreadsheet and drop that in there. And then I'll fix the size and all that jazz later, because I got to go back and figure out. I guess I didn't save from last night who last night's winner was. Cut and pasted it and then didn't save it. That was pretty silly. So first up tonight, guys, we have a 2017 Hit Parade autographed football jersey. This particular jersey is Series 23, but this is the 6th time that we have broken a 2017 Hit Parade autographed football jersey. And they have a lot of good stuff in there. I did notice that this particular checklist had a lot of Steelers in it, so you know that makes me happy. And I will, of course, put that spreadsheet up before the start of every break. So whichever break you are in, you will get your chance to, you're going to get your chance to see your name next to your team as we get to your break. And I have the camera on autofocus right now, and I'm going to leave it on autofocus, I think, until we get this memorabilia locked up. And after we finish that, oh, that's nice, then we will go to, then we'll go on to the manual focus. So LeGarrette Blount is our jersey. And let's just pick the camera up and let you take a look at it like that. There's the signature on it. So that, of course, headed off to the Patriots. So nice little hit for the Patriots. When I first saw those colors, I thought, oh boy, maybe we're going to get lucky and have a Tom Brady come out of there. But still, nice hit, right? I like it. I'm sure whoever has the Patriots likes that too. That is going to move us into the baseball jersey. And this is one 2017 Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey, break number 4. And once again, we'll just kind of buzz down through here and let everybody take a look. The team there, the Colorado Rockies, where it says no bids buyback, that's just an unloved, unwanted orphan team. And if anything were to come out for that team, it would just stay here with me. Usually it doesn't. Usually the unsold teams on stuff like this, you know, ends up being hit by somebody. But on the rare occasion that it is unsold and it doesn't, then it would hang out here. Oh, wow. Is this what I think it is? Oh, yes it is. How about a little Hank Aaron? Wow. You all know, well, if you've done a break with me before, you know Hank Aaron is one of my absolute favorites. And I am loving pulling this Hank Aaron jersey for somebody right now. That is just sweet. And there's your authentication for it, which I guess you couldn't really read because I have the camera not on. I have the autofocus on. But yeah, there's the Hank Aaron jersey. And wow, what a nice hit. That is just sweet. So sweet. What a deal that was for whoever has the Braves tonight. You just hit the mother load, right? I mean, gosh, that is nice. Oh, Bobby, you are very welcome for that Patriots jersey. And Marty, I'm assuming that you must be, since you typed in there, holy crap, I'm assuming that it is you that has the Braves in this break. Is that right? Is it you that has the Hank Aaron jersey? I mean, that is, I'm not going to get over that one anytime soon. I love that hit. That was really nice. All right, next up is a case of 2017 Topps Tier 1 Baseball full case. This is the 4th time we have broken Topps Tier 1. And yeah, so our end date and of course all that stuff. You know what I did forget to say? Most of the stuff that we're opening tonight is probably going to ship on Wednesday. And I did not mention that at the top, and I meant to. So if you hit something tonight, look for it to go out probably about Wednesday. So with that said, let's take a look at who our teams are in this case of Tier 1. Master at Arms, man, you got a lot of teams in here, so I hope you have some good luck tonight. You've got a lot of shots, and there's a lot of nice hits in Tier 1, so here's hoping you bring home some of those. And you know what? Let's go ahead and take this. Well, we'll get the boxes out, and then I'm going to take this off of autofocus so that it's not constantly trying to zoom in and out while we're looking at cards and opening things and all that. So. Let's get all of these out of there. And now I'm going to just switch up the focus a little bit here. I just don't like doing the cards on autofocus. I just find that it doesn't show them very well up close, and then it's always kind of trying to zoom in and zoom out and all kinds of other stuff that makes life more difficult in my opinion. So. And I don't think I set the camera back down exactly right. That's maybe better. Try to keep that overhead light from just bashing right into the lens when you can. I tell you what, Marty, that Hank Aaron jersey would make my night and week and month as well. I mean, that is such a nice hit. Such a nice hit. And you know, the funny thing is, when I was, I have a couple of those here, and I was trying to decide, you know, which one to grab tonight, and I thought, you know what, this one just seems lucky to me. I feel like this is going to be a big hit. And of course, you know, you don't know what's in them, and half the time I think, oh, it's going to be a big hit, and you open it up, and it's like, nah, it's just like a regular whatever. So I'm not saying I'm any kind of like magical guru, but I did have that feeling tonight. I thought, you know, this jersey feels like it's going to be a big hit tonight. So I'm going to take the one on the bottom. And that's the one you got. And it is a sweet one, my friend. I love that thing. Excalibur. Excalibur comes right after Tier 1. And Tier 1, as you see here, is 1 pack per box. And even though there are 12 boxes, you know, there's only a handful of cards in each of these packs. Most of the time, there's 3. There should be 1 hot box in here that will have 4. But, I mean, Tier 1 as a whole is pretty quick to open. So, Excalibur, I would say, you know, we'll be to it in, I would certainly think, less than 30 minutes. Even if I'm going slowly through this, I doubt it would take more than that. I know, it is hard. It is pretty cool, right? I mean, like, especially, I don't know how often, Marty, I don't know how often you bid on the various memorabilia, but it just seems like sometimes it's so hard to hit, right? I mean, because there's just the one every time, as opposed to when you're opening cards and there's always so many, you have a lot of chances to hit. But with the memorabilia, you know, you get one chance to hit it. So sometimes it feels like you can go through a million breaks before you finally hit one. And then when you do hit one, to have it be Hank Aaron, wow. I mean, I'm still kind of in awe over that. It just makes me very happy. Now, if the focus on this, guys, looks bad to you on the cards, I know the background's out of focus because we just changed it, but if the focus for the cards themselves doesn't look good to you, let me know and I will adjust it again. From my side, you know, it looks okay at this distance, but if it looks weird to you, let me know. Starting out with my man Joey Votto for the Cincinnati Reds to 331. And my Reds managed to win again today in Arizona, so we got out there with a couple of wins. I was happy about that. Chipper Jones. Hey, it's a Braves kind of night. Nice Chipper Jones, 25 of 25. Pretty sweet little hit. So the Braves maybe are just going to have good luck tonight all the way around. Roman Quinn coming out for the Phillies to 300. And of course, coming up this week, we have Stadium Club coming, is our baseball release of the week from Topps. So we'll be opening some of that towards the end of the week as well. Manny Machado to 331 for the Orioles. Felix Hernandez to 331 for the Mariners. J.D. Martinez for the Tigers to 100. It's a nice little hit for the Tigers. There is a little bit of roughness down there on that bottom edge. I don't know how well you can see that with the way the light is hitting it, but there's just the littlest kind of bit of chipping down there on that bottom edge on the back. Mr. Stephen Piscotty for the Cardinals, numbered to 85. Marty, I'm glad I'm now your favorite breaker. Yeah, when you hit something big, I tell you, that definitely makes you feel lucky with that person, because I've done that before too. And then I you know, I continue to bid with them. I'll be honest with you, I've done it more than once. That is 331 with Paul Goldschmidt for the Diamondbacks. Oh, this is a nice one. Alex Reyes. And that is numbered to 75. I like the patch on that in particular. Your auto on that is a sticker, but the patch is making me very happy. I like good patches. In fact, when we were opening some of this not too long ago, I got all excited about a Corey Seager patch, a nice jumbo patch to 10. I didn't even mention the autograph. I didn't realize it. Somebody told me later. They're like, yeah, you just kept talking about the patch and you mentioned the autograph. I know. Trey Mancini for the Orioles to 300. That's because a really nice patch. I like it, you know. I get all happy about it. Thomas, you are looking for some Cubbies. All right, let's see what we can do for you. In the meantime, oh, I saw Yankees and I saw that black pinstripe and man, but no, it's Gary Sanchez to 10. 3 of 10 Gary Sanchez for the Yankees. And boy, I was hoping that it's going to be Aaron Judge for you. Is that yeah, we've got just a little fleck, a little speck of white right there that I thought maybe was just something on the card, but I guess it is maybe a little bit of a chip out of the back of that one. Still a really nice patch for the Yankees. Nice low number on that Sanchez to 10. Kyle Seager to 200 for the Mariners. Same problem. Got a little bit of a chip on the back of that one too. These seem to be having some minor little issues on the backs. Bruce Maxwell for the A's to 300. And of course, you know, it's always more noticeable when the bottom edge, or well, when any of the borders, edges, corners, etc. are a dark color. Of course, naturally it makes any of that chipping kind of stand out a little bit more. Gurriel for the Astros to 331. I never say this guy's name right. I can't ever say it. Galarraga or something like that for the Rockies to 200. And I pull him like all the time, and I don't know. I can't retain how to say his name, which is unfortunately a common thing for me. Eddie Rosario for the Twins to 300. Hey, Chris, I do not have a brick and mortar here. I do not, and I just, we only have one brick and mortar hobby shop in town, and it's been here for, gosh, 20 plus years. The guy who owns it is super nice. In fact, I order stuff through him quite often. Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers to 331. Ooh, another nice patch. I like that one too. That, of course, for the Mets with Jacob deGrom. And you have the sticker auto on there. And I about didn't even say what that's numbered to, but it's numbered to 50. It is 10 of 50, which you probably saw down there in that lower corner. But sometimes I forget to say the number. Cody Reed, another hit coming out for my Reds. That one to 300. I can't wait until we get into Bowman Draft. Of course, you know, Reds got Hunter Green, so yes, buddy. Of course, we don't know yet who's going to be in Bowman Draft, but I just really would be shocked if I don't find Hunter Green in there. Gary Sanchez to 331, another hit for the Yanks. Of course, not as nice as their patch to 10. That was a really nice patch. Really nice patch. Noah Syndergaard to 331 for the Mets. Cody Reed's not the best. Yeah, I know, man. It doesn't matter. I like seeing my Reds come out, all right? They don't, you know, the Reds don't come out as often as some of the, you know, like Dodgers and Yankees and Mets. So I'm happy when I see them, whoever they are. David Price for the Red Sox to 25. That also, we've got some white down here, excuse me, on that bottom corner, bottom left. And a redemption for Jeremy Hazelbaker, which we will go to the checklist and verify before the end of the break. Oh, I love this patch. Look at that for the Bregman to 25. Oh, I'm in love with this patch. Yeah, I like it a lot. Of course, the top one, that's, you know, that's ordinary, kind of. But that, oh, I love that bottom one. To 25 on the Alex Bregman. Nice hit for the Astros. And here's my friend whose name I cannot pronounce again for the Braves. And that is a 1 of 1. Boom. I told you it was a Braves night, didn't I? I did. I said to you it's going to be a Braves night. And look at that. It's a Braves night. Let's see here. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to try to, I think that is too big. I'm going to try to find the right size one touch for this. And I think maybe everything I have may be kind of on the big side. So I don't know if I'm going to have what I need or not. Well, let's see. Where's the smallest one that I have? Well, okay, so here's what we're going to do. I have a 35 point, and I'm going to put it in that, and hopefully that will be okay for it. And if not, I'll have to, the card shop's always closed on Monday. If not, I'll run by the card shop on Tuesday and see if he has a smaller size. But I'm thinking this will probably be okay with the 35. Oh, I may need a bigger one anyway. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay. I'm going to need a slightly bigger one anyway, so I don't have to worry. I can get a 55, which I know I have. I just, it's a 1 of 1, so I just want him in his little magnetic case, even right now during the break, we're going to want to make sure he's in there. So there's our nice little 1 of 1 for the Braves. Thank you for your patience while I got the case for that. And as a whole, that looks pretty good. I mean, maybe a tiny little bit down there at those bottom edges, but not much. And there's Randall Grichuk coming out for the Cardinals to 200. Yeah, wouldn't you have flipped if that 1 of 1 had been a Hank Aaron, right? Like if we had pulled another awesome Hank Aaron tonight. Yeah, still though, the Braves are having a good night. This is to 331 with the Rizzo for the Cubbies. So, asking you shall receive, Thomas. There's your Cub. I know you want probably some more Cubs, but there's a Cub, so we got you started anyway. For the Blue Jays, there is Morales to 200. And again, little minor stuff along those edges and corners on the back. Carson Fulmer for the Red Sox to 150. And by the way, guys, if anybody wants a one-touch for anything that you hit tonight, just shoot me a message on eBay, and I'm always happy to do that, just at my cost. On the 1 of 1, hey man, you hit a 1 of 1, it's on the house, okay? But if anybody else decides they want one for any reason, you just shoot me a message and we'll work it out. Greg Maddux, as the Braves just rack them up. This one is to 200 on the nice Greg Maddux. Carrasco for the Indians to 300. I like his signature. That's pretty cool looking signature. It takes up a lot of the space, which is the other thing I like. And same story. We got a little bit of chipping and things on the back. Ronaldo Lopez for the Nationals to 300. And we've got 2 left. So if we haven't hit what you're looking for yet, then this is the time. We got to step it up and hit it for you. Ted Williams. We had a nice Ted Williams the other night too. Ted Williams for the Red Sox to 200. Another Stephen Piscotty to 331. Does St. Louis Crazy have the Cardinals tonight? If he does, he's going to be, well, whoever has them is going to be happy, but he has them a lot of times. Just don't remember who has him tonight. For the Phillies, Bobby Abreu to 100. Trevor Story for the Rockies to 140. And we're coming up on our last pack. Hey, there's a Bryce Harper to 331. Would like to have had a little ink on that, but still, it's Bryce Harper. You'll take it, Nationals. I imagine you'll be all right with that. Hey, there's Ivan Rodriguez for the Rangers to 99. That's a nice hit. Very nice little hit for the Rangers. And there's another Cubby for you, and that one's got some ink. Javier Baez, and it is numbered to 25. So there's a nice Cubs hit to wrap us up. Now I'm going to go to the checklist at Topps.com, and we're going to verify this Hazel Baker there. So give me a hot second here, and I'm going to navigate over to the Topps website and take care of that. First, let's put this in so I can write on it. And I'm going to go look that up, so stay tuned. I will be right back. Well, I'm not going anywhere, but I've got to go away from chat to do this. And that is breakout autographs. And that is the Diamondbacks, the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's who has, that's who this is for the redemption. All right, so we're going to do a quick little run through of everything that we hit as a recap, so that if you missed any of it, or if you just want to see cards again or whatever, you got a shot to do it right here. And then as soon as we finish that, we're going to buzz right into Excalibur basketball. So our redemption for Jeremy Hazelbaker is headed to the Diamondbacks. Our sweet little 1 of 1 for the Braves there. I mean, that's pretty nice. Braves are probably pretty happy with that. Oh, you know what I just am, man, can you see on this upper left corner, which I didn't even notice originally, has got a little bit of chipping on both the upper left and upper right corners, and I'm guessing you can probably see it at that angle. I mean, it's not horrible, but man, I hate to see like any kind of imperfections on a 1 of 1, but anyway, it's still a very nice hit for you, Braves. Now we'll go through our unsigned materials again. I still love that patch for Bregman. I was hoping we were going to find you an Aaron Judge in here, Yankees. And even though we did not find you an Aaron Judge, we did find you this really nice Sanchez patch to 10. And that is a pretty sweet little patch. And you do have a little bit of some roughness, maybe a little bit of chipping on the front and the lower corners there that you can see. And then, of course, the spot on the back. But as a whole, nice card to 10 for the Yankees with the Sanchez. And for all the baseball people who are getting ready to run away before I start on basketball, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate everybody breaking with me, bidding with me, hanging out in chat, all that stuff. I really enjoy breaking cards. It's a lot of fun for me. And you guys make it possible by breaking with me, so I appreciate you. I hope that I will see you again on another break, because I break stuff almost every night, and I add new things almost every night, which of course you'd have to add new stuff if you were going to break every night, right? But anyway, I have I think I have probably all of the new baseball releases, and I think I will have most of the football and some of the basketball. All right, now we're into our signatures with no materials and our recap. The nice thing about Tier 1, of course, is it's all hits. You know, there are no base cards in Tier 1. It's just everything you pull out, you know it's going to be a hit, and I like that. Some people don't like Tier 1. In fact, somebody sent me a message the other day and said, oh, when are you going to break something besides Tier 1? Like, I don't like Tier 1. But I do like it, because I like that it's all hits. And I like the hits that you get. But it's everybody's individual taste, you know. There are plenty of popular sets that I personally, you know, may not love, but other people do. And I'm sure there's some that I like that other people don't like. So, one of the reasons they make 80 bazillion card sets, I suppose, to satisfy all people. And last but not least is the Chipper Jones to 25 for the Braves. Braves, you really did have a nice break, Braves. Okay, that wraps up Tier 1, and that is going to bring us into Excalibur basketball. That just came out this week. We broke a quarter of the case last night. We're going to break a quarter of the case again tonight. So let's take a look at who is in the break for Excalibur. All right, so as I said, this is 4 boxes we're getting ready to do, and this is a quarter of the case. It was a massive 16-box case. And our end date, of course, that's tonight, and live stream schedule. That started, we started on time at 10. Teams are on the left, winning bidders are on the right. Anything that is marked no bids, buyback, pretty self-explanatory. Anything comes out for that team, it stays here for me, with me, I mean. Anything that is marked unpaid just means that payment had not come in as of like 5 minutes prior to the start time of the break. As long as your payment comes in, I'm still going to send you, I used to be able to speak, I will still send you whatever cards you pull as long as you take care of the payment. So I don't access, messages or eBay or email or any of that while I'm doing the break itself. So that's why I don't know if, payment comes in the interim. Once that spreadsheet is finalized and it's in here, that's as far as I know until the break is finished. So that's why when they're marked unpaid, they just stay marked unpaid on there until after the break. I'm taking all the boxes back out because this is what we did last night as well. And I'm going to number them all because there is a case hit in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we did not hit last night. So we're going to number everything again, obviously on a different side this time. And we will let random choose for us which 4 boxes we're going to open tonight. That way we'll keep it all very, very random. Above board and ready to go. Usually if there are no, if there's not a specific case hit, I don't worry about it. I let you guys choose, like right, left, or middle, or I'll just choose some boxes. But when we have a case hit hanging around, I prefer to do random. And we're going to take the first 4 boxes that come up in the list. And that is, wow, look at that, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, who would have thought? And completely random, but yet 6, 7, 8, 9 in succession. That's kind of crazy. But then again, that's how it goes. There's one time we did a random, and it never changed. We hit it. It was 2 or 3 things were in the list, and so I did random 3 different times. It never changed. The order never changed in the whole 3 times. It just stayed the exact same, which, I mean, I guess, again, is random, but yet is kind of crazy. All right, so there you see we have 6, 7, 8, and 9. And Excalibur this year is a whole lot different than Excalibur last year, if you are not familiar. Last year's Excalibur had, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, and I've got some in the other room, but I think it had maybe 60 cards in the box. This year has a whopping 160 cards in the box. There are 20 packs per box, and there are 8 cards per pack. We should find 3 hits in here, 2 autographs and 1 memorabilia card. Last night, we did find that Panini had replaced our autograph card in a couple of boxes, as a matter of fact, with the Panini rewards points instead. So I hope that we're not going to run into that again, but in all likelihood, we probably will. And I usually go off on a big rant because I absolutely hate when they do that. I'm going to try to control myself tonight when we see one, if we see one. I'm going to try very hard to control myself and not go off on the gigantic rant. But I don't like it when they do it. Suffice it to say. Now there will be several different numbered inserts in here. And they're generally going to be tied to what's on the card. So like that says Duke, meaning, you know, like Earl Prince Duke, not like, you know, the college Duke. And that one is numbered to 49. So the ones that say Duke, numbered to 49. Our Crusade insert. And the ones that look like this with this kind of coloration, just the basic silver, and then of course, obviously it's a refractor, those are not numbered. We will see some that have a different background, and those will be numbered. Or different color background, I should say. Background itself is, you know, the design is the same, just the color is different. Oh, there's a Yogi Ferrell rookie. And this one is a count, and the count cards, best I recall from last night, also were not numbered. Kyrie Irving for the Cavs on the Run the Gauntlet insert. And there are some really nice inserts in Excalibur as well. And we pulled some nice hits out of here last night. We pulled a Jaylen Brown to 10. We pulled a Karl Anthony Towns signature to 149. So there's a lot of good stuff hanging around in Excalibur. And it is, as I said, slightly reconfigured from the way you might be accustomed to seeing it, the way it was in 16, in the 15-16 set. And really even 14-15, I think, was the same with like a 60 cards inside. It wasn't a single pack. I started to say a 60 card pack, but 60 cards in total, or roughly that. That is Supersonics. I'm sure you guys all know this, but in case someone doesn't, Supersonics, of course, that franchise became the Oklahoma City Thunder, so any Supersonics cards will go to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That and all kinds of other interesting information is in the listing down in the little special circumstances area. And it talks about how we handle multiplayer cards and all kinds of other stuff. But in there it does specifically address, you know, franchises that have moved and changed their names and all that. There is Jamal Murray rookie with the Prince designation. And that one is to 149. You'll see in the upper left corner there. Crusade for Dennis Schroeder. Damian Lillard insert. We should start seeing his signatures show up again in Panini stuff pretty soon. They announced that deal, what was it, maybe a month or so ago? I don't know. I think we talked about it when it happened, but it's been a little while back. Anthony Davis insert. Buddy Hield for the Kings. That's our first hit. Buddy Hield signature and material, and that is a sticker auto. And this particular one does not appear to be numbered. So first hit of the night is out of the box for the Kings. Yes, we did have a Jaylen Brown in what we opened last night. I'm pretty sure it was Jaylen Brown. I mean, I'm like, sometimes I think about my products incorrectly. I open a lot of stuff, and sometimes I'll pull something out of one product and think I've pulled it out of another, but I'm 99% sure that it was last night we pulled a Jaylen Brown to 10 out of here. We pulled a rookie, and I'm pretty sure it was Jaylen Brown. I know for sure we had Karl Anthony Towns to 149. That is for certain, because I'm a huge fan of Karl Anthony Towns, so that one I remember absolutely we pulled last night. Oh, I wouldn't worry about the fact that you have the Celtics in this one. I mean, a lot of times you will find in these, I mean, this is a 16-box case, right? So it is not uncommon to find duplication, as you have probably witnessed in many breaks, even in smaller case smaller box counts in the case, another rewards point card, it is not uncommon to find duplication of players within the case. So I wouldn't let that worry you at all. In fact, if anything, it's probably a good sign, frankly, because we all know that most of the time, Topps and Panini don't do a great job with randomizing what teams go into things. There's our stupid rewards point card that replaced one of our hits for tonight. I'm going to set it over here to the left, and we will be dealing with that via random.org at the end of the break. Everybody who's in the break will just put you in random, and then somebody will end up taking that points card home. So here's an example of one of our Crusade cards that's numbered, and it's Jerry West for the Lakers, numbered to 99. Yeah, I'm not happy. I mean, I said I was going to try not to go off on the rant, but man, if you're going to bring it up in chat, you know I'm I'm going to say something. I was trying so hard just to set it over there and let it slide. But yes, you are right. There are, in my opinion, too many points cards in these sets. They should never be in there to begin with. The whole idea when they announced the rewards points cards was that each, redemption would have a point value attached to it. That is to 149 on the Tim Hardaway Jr. And then if you didn't want to wait on your redemption, you could take the points value of it and spend that in the store instead of waiting on your redemption. That's fine. Okay, I agree with that. I got no problem with that. That was supposed to be the original intent of this thing. And somehow it turned into, oh, let's just replace the hits with rewards points cards, because people will like that. But, no, that is not a reward. That is like a punishment. It's the opposite of a reward. See, rant done. And I was going to bypass that too, man. You just sucked me right in when I saw that in chat. I couldn't help myself. Could not control it. It makes me so mad. And honestly, it seems like they do it more in certain products than they do in others. And I don't really get that either. The marquee, that is numbered to 199, I think that says, on the Kevin Durant. I'm having trouble reading that number. You can probably see it better than I did in that upper left corner, but I think it said to 199. I know most of you are used to me breaking basketball on Saturdays because we've done that for a while now. But I'm going to be changing that up. That's to 199. And we're going to start mixing in some basketball here and there throughout the week. And get away some from the Saturday stuff for a while. Saturdays in general just haven't been great nights in terms of breaks. In the summer anyway. I mean, it's not as bad obviously when it's cold out, but in the spring and summer, Saturdays, people are out doing things. So I'm not going to be doing as much stuff on Saturdays, and we're going to cycle more stuff in through the week. So if you're used to doing basketball on Saturdays with me, just take a look throughout the week. You'll find basketball falling in different places. There's Mr. Ben Simmons for the Sixers. Actually, you know what? We'll just go ahead and, because I know the Sixers, you're going to want that. We're just going to go ahead and put your little guy in a sleeve right then, before we even set him in the stack. That Johnson, no. That's Pistol Pete Maravich. If anybody is still on who watches baseball, I know we had our baseball break already, but if anyone follows baseball who is also watching this break, who do you think is going to win the home run derby? I mean, everybody, the smart money, of course, everybody's saying, oh, it's going to be, you know, Aaron Judge and Giancarlo. It'll come down to those two in the finals. But, you know, if everything plays out the way we think it will, we'll have that matchup between Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger, and I don't know, man. I think Cody's got a shot. And I'm a big Aaron Judge fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm also a Cody Bellinger fan. But I think Cody Bellinger's got a shot against Aaron. Denzel Valentine for the Bulls to, does that say 149? Yeah, to 149 on the Denzel Valentine. All right, I'm going to set some of these off on the sorting mat. I got to move that one touch from a while ago, so we don't have to worry about our stacks getting too gigantic back there. Yeah, okay, so I guess you guys must not watch baseball then, because nobody's jumping into with their viewpoint of what's going to happen with the home run derby. So with that being said, how do you think everything's gone in free agency? I think it's been crazy, some of the money and things that have been handed out for some of these deals. Kevin Love. And some of the trades have been fairly interesting, too. There's another Ben Simmons. I think it will make for a good, well, maybe good's not the right word. Some of it, I think, will make for a better balance, especially some of the pieces that the Thunder added. Oh, my goodness, trying to combat the Warriors. I just dropped Shaq. You saw that. He looks like he's okay there. I'm trying to get a look at him, make sure I didn't do him any damage. He just shot right out of my hand. I'm sorry about that, guys. Thank goodness we have the mat, and he's not very far off the mat, but still, I hate to have one jump out of my hand. Taurean Prince to 199 for the Hawks. Crusade for Bogdanovich. Oh, your Brewers have been playing really well. They have. And you know what? I pulled a... Oh, well, I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you what I pulled. This is to 149, Kyrie Irving. I was opening the Bowman Platinum. There's a nice Ben Simmons insert. Put that in the sleeve, too. You know, the Bowman Platinum that is the Walmart exclusive, right? And, of course, they had the box that is supposed to be, well, whatever you want to call it, the good box. I think they called it a value box, but it had 2 guaranteed autographs in it and a $70 price point. And, of course, Walmart only had 2 of those per store, right? Like, how crazy and stupid is that to begin with? And then, not even all the stores got them. Anyway, it was a big hot mess. They were sold out everywhere, and I'm sure they're probably now selling for $20 zillion on eBay. But I tried to find some, because I thought, you know, it'd be fun to break that. If I can find a handful of those boxes, you know, we'll pair them up and do them together as one break. Could not find them anywhere. I mean, and I went, the day they were supposed to come out, I went to the Walmart probably 6 times because nobody could tell me what time they were going to put them out. I even went as late as midnight, right? No, not there. Next day, get up, start all over again. No, not there, not there. Finally go at one point, and the person has been there in between the last time that I left and the time that I got back. And, of course, they're already gone. So then I start going to the other Walmarts. They're gone. I'm calling all the other Walmarts. Gone, gone, gone. Anyway, finally found at one of the Walmarts had just the blaster boxes left. None of the good boxes like we would want to do a break with. So I just bought them, and I thought, you know, just open them up and see what I get. And I pulled one of your really nice Brewers prospects out of a blaster box, no less, and numbered to 25. I was surprised that one that nice came out of there. Here is Mr. Timothy, whose rest of his name I cannot say, for the 76ers. And this should give you hope, by the way, for your Jaylen Brown, because we pulled this card out last night too. So goes to my theory that they do not mix them up very well. But I'll show you. Here's Corey Ray. There he is. That's the one I pulled. I mean, that's my own personal one, but that I pulled out of Bowman Platinum. So Corey Ray is in your Brewers farm system, and I was quite happy to pull that and shocked. I mean, really the reason I bought the blaster box is because, well, A, I was frustrated because I couldn't find the good one, so I thought I'd just buy that one. Harrison Barnes to 99. And B, I thought, well, you know, maybe I will pull a Bellinger rookie out of here, and that would be fun. You know, it would be worth the 20 bucks or whatever. So I was pleasantly surprised to pull Corey out of there. Especially low-numbered like that out of a blaster. You don't find that too terribly often. Anthony Davis. Well, Taurine just about jumped out too. Thank goodness, I did manage to grab him, but yeah, I don't know why Walmart would have not put out more than 2 per store. I mean, and then not even all the stores getting it. That was bad. And then they didn't put it out, like I said, didn't even go out on time. Went out like a whole day late, a day and a half late, at least in my market. Jordan Clarkson to 25. It's a nice little crusade hit for the Lakers. So, who knows why Walmart and Topps do what they do, but certainly you would have expected that they would have put out a few more boxes than that. I mean, that's just silly. Big Walmart super centers with 2 boxes is something that you know zillions of people want. Draymond Green for the Warriors to 99. Is that our first straight up pure materials hit without a signature on it? Oh no, we had the Denzel Valentine, that's right. Oh, is that what happened? They sold it out the back door? Wow. Well, that's disappointing. Not, I guess, entirely surprising, but disappointing. In my area, they said it is serviced by a vendor. That's to 149, and that the vendor, you know, had to come in and do what's the word I'm looking for? Had to reset the section, and that, you know, they wouldn't even go back to the back and look. They said, yeah, we keep all the vendor stuff in a certain place, and that's probably where it is, but, you know, no, we don't mess with it. We leave it for the vendor. So I couldn't even get anybody to go to the back and look for anything, much less sell it out the back. Not that they would have done that anyway, but you know what I mean. But, you know, people had on eBay pictures of the entire display, because it was his own little cardboard setup, its own little cardboard display. And on one side were the 2 $70 boxes. In the middle were the loose packs. And on the left were the blaster boxes. And there were, I don't know, maybe 6 or so of them on the left side. And some of the people, you probably saw it if you looked on there. I pulled up on eBay just to see, hey, is there anything up yet, i.e. is it out in any of the stores yet? And one of the first things I saw was somebody had taken a picture of their cart, and they had just picked up the entire display box as it was and just bought the full display, box and all, and then listed it as the full display for sale. Tristan Thompson coming out for the Cavs, and that is to 149. That is a sticker auto. So that's much like our Carl Anthony was. In fact, it's the exact same card design and also numbered to 149. So the manuscript's the same as the Carl Anthony, except it's Tristan Thompson tonight. So it looks like we do have a nice veteran checklist in Excalibur, since we've hit a couple of them now. You know, I wasn't sure, since last night was the first time I'd opened it, if you know, Carl Anthony was going to be like a one-off and everything else was going to be rookie, or how it was going to fall. Obviously, I knew what the checklist looked like, but what the checklist looks like and what you actually pull out of a box or a case sometimes can, the ratios sometimes don't match up. So, nice to see that we've pulled another good veteran hit to 149 out of there. So, gives me hope that the rest of the case will be the same way. Jonas Valanciunas. I'm just glad that at least I don't think Excalibur went into, well, I didn't see it anyway, in any of the big box stores in any configuration this time, not blaster boxes or otherwise. You know, Threads and Excalibur both, Panini kind of did some weird stuff with them, like they'd be hobby, and then they would be, next thing you know, they'd be in Target, but called a hobby box in Target, and then they'd be called premium hobby boxes, and then, you know, they've just been all over the map, whether they're hobby or whether they're retail or some combination thereof, and back and forth with a couple of their different brands. But this year for Excalibur, at least when I was making my epic Walmart runs earlier this week, I did not see any Excalibur in any of the Walmarts anyway. So maybe it's strictly hobby this year. I don't know. At any rate, I am glad to see the reconfiguration. I think the card design's very nice this year. The inserts are super nice. You're going to like the inserts a lot when you get them. They have even a different feel to them than a typical trading card. And then the hits have been good. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the way Excalibur's coming out this year so far. Oh, gosh, I just restacked them. Was it Tyson Chandler? Is that the one you wanted to look at again? You know, generally speaking, I just kind of, I don't always call out the numbers. I know I should, but that's kind of why on the marquee it was to 199. On the, I've already forgotten what they were now. On the count were unnumbered. There's another one that was to 149, and there was the one that was to 99. Because I don't always remember to call out the numbers, especially when they're the higher kind of numbers. But if you want me to go back and look for it, I'm not sure if that Tyson Chandler is the one or not, because I just moved all those. But if Tyson Chandler was not the one, I will be happy to go back and find it for you. Just let me know. There is Shaq, and that, of course, to 199. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I know I guess I probably should call them all out when they're numbered. But sometimes on the higher numbered ones, especially in a set like this where we know that everything that says marquee is going to be to 199 and everything that says, you know, Prince is to whatever, I don't always say it, but I should. You're right. I definitely should. Oh, I thought that corner was all dinged up. It's actually a part of the picture, like a light or something in the upper part of that photograph. Oh, well, I do, you know, definitely There for sure have been times when I have probably overlooked numbered ones too. Definitely on things with a lot of base if I'm going quickly. But tonight we're going at a relatively even pace, I shall say. We're not going quickly, so... James Harden. How about that contract he signed? Holy Moses. I mean, that is just insanity what these basketball players have been signing their deals for. And when you compare it with football and even baseball, I mean, my goodness, these guys are making some incredible money. Like that James Harden deal, I mean, that's just, what did that work out to be? Something like around 50 mil a year, didn't it? I mean, it was unbelievable. Not that, I mean, James Harden deserves a nice deal, but my goodness, I mean, is anybody really worth $50 million a year to play basketball? I mean, I guess, apparently, because he's getting it, but... And we thought Steph Curry's deal was a big one. Which it was, but for a millisecond until James Harden signed his. Another hit for the Warriors, and that is Damian Jones. Yeah, I don't know. It would be, I just can't even imagine that kind of money for playing ball. Of course, they have to do a lot more than just play ball. They do have to practice and condition and train and all their PR and press and all the other stuff they have to do. But still, that's a crazy amount of money. That is $149 for the Buddy Hield. For the Kings, that's the second Buddy Hield, isn't it? Or was the other one just an insert? Just trying to get them all going the same direction before we start. Makes it easier. I don't know. I probably wouldn't like all the training and things that you would have to do to stay at that kind of a high level. Although, I guess if I were making that kind of money, I would do it whether I liked it or not. But it probably doesn't bother them. You know, they're probably fine doing the training and all the stuff. They're probably like, it's probably fun to them. If you like football, we have Gold Standard football. It comes out, I think, Wednesday, right? J.J. Redick to 49. And since you're breaking basketball, you guys, I'm certain you guys know what Gold Standard is, because it's been a staple in basketball for a number of years. But in football, it was only there one time, 2011, and then they took it away. Now it's coming back. And I am looking forward to it because I like Gold Standard a lot. Pistol Pete again. I like the card design. I mean, obviously the hits in it are nice, but the card design... to me, in Gold Standard, it's one of my favorite card designs. Kyrie. Yes, all cards do ship. Pretty much always I ship everything. I have not done a break where I haven't shipped everything. At some point, I might, like if I had opened this, say, for instance, as a full case, you know, all 16 boxes, oh, no way, because there would have been, you know, I don't even know, so many cards. But that's often why I don't open base heavy things in giant chunks, because I do really prefer to ship everything. But if there is a point in time where I didn't ship everything, I would always put it in the description of the item, you know, up near the top where it'll say, for instance, tonight it would have said 4 times, you know, 2016-17 Panini Excalibur basketball. Like right in that area. If I ever do one that doesn't ship everything, I will put in there like, you know, only hit ship or no base ships or something like that. But so far I haven't even done any where I don't ship everything. But yeah, you're right. 2011 Gold Standard Football was awesome. And I'm so excited for 2016 Gold Standard. And I hope that, I hope it's going to break well, you know, because I would love to, I mean, honestly, I would love to open that consistently. But it will just depend on how it does, because certain things you lose a little money on, certain things you break even on, certain things you lose a lot of money on, some things you make a little money on. So if I can just hit even the break even on it, I'll open that all day long, because I personally like it a lot. Russell Westbrook to 149. But I'm super excited for it to get here. I didn't schedule it to break on the night of release because they switched again. They switched their shipping from FedEx to UPS. That's Prince to 149. And by Prince, you know, I mean that designation. They switched it again, this time from FedEx back to UPS. And there's a new UPS driver on the route. I don't know. Sometimes it's just not reliable, and I start to panic when they haven't shown up by like 8 o'clock at night or whatever. So, or it's really not been 8, but it has been 7 something a few times. So I just don't list much to break on the night it actually comes out anymore. This is gonna make somebody happy. Oh no. Okay, well, it's still going to make you happy, but I saw the Nuggets and I thought it was going to be Jamal. But it's still going to make you happy, though, because there's one whose last name I never say right either, Hernan Gomez. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's it. So there's one for the Nuggets, and I thought it was going to be Jamal because I saw the Nuggets on the back, but it's still a nice hit. Oh, what are the short prints in this? I haven't even memorized the short prints in this. Did you see some go by already? Because I cannot, gosh, these days with as many different products as are coming out and as many old and new things as I open on a regular basis, I can't keep all the short prints retained. I can't remember them all anymore. I mean, I try, but I don't do very well remembering them. So if you saw one go by, yeah, please let me know what it is. Right there, which one? When you say right there was one, but which one, man? Because we just looked at a bunch, and there's what you probably don't know is that there is a delay. So when you are typing into chat, I'm not seeing it for probably a couple minutes after that. It says something in the lower left, but not numbered. You mean the ones that say count? You mean that? Because we've passed several that say count that aren't numbered, but are all the ones that say count a short print in here? Because I was not aware of that. Because I mean, we've seen well, not an abundance, but a pretty good number that have said count. So I did not know that all of those were going to be short prints. Oh, all right. Well, good. Okay. Well, now we do know everything that says count like that. Well, how short is a short print then? Because we've seen a bunch. I wonder what well, of course, they've been different players, granted. But I guess I'm thinking in terms of like top short prints. You're lucky if you see in a case a couple. And we've definitely, I mean, we're seeing practically one a pack. at this rate. That say count, I mean. But I mean, that is still certainly possible. Obviously, there's enough players they could just put, I mean, probably not one in every pack, but. Well, yeah, they may. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to look that up and see if it tells us if I can find any information as to how many of those they have, because that's a good point, and I will try and find that out. Yogi Ferrell. There's not a lot of Yogi Ferrell rookie stuff out there, obviously, because he kind of came around late in the year. So pretty cool when you hit a little Yogi. Gallinari to 10. Ooh, that's nice. I think that's the first Crusade we've hit to 10. So Nuggets with the Gallinari. Although, didn't he just get traded? Or did I dream that? I think he did. So I'm trying to think what else comes out this upcoming week. There's another Ben Simmons. We have, oh, that one will be to 149. So besides the Gold Standard Football, we have what? Oh, Onyx Clubhouse Collection, which is used batting gloves. And it has some of the hot players, like Aaron Judge is in there and Bryce Harper and, you know, some of our current stars, I should say, but it also has a lot of the really hot prospects in it. So I'm kind of excited about that. I didn't get a lot of it. I think it's 3 to a case. So I have a case. And those come out this week. So I'm kind of looking forward to opening those on the memorabilia front. And then Gold Standard Football and what else? Oh, Stadium Club Baseball comes out this week, too. But truly, they've had, I'd say probably almost through the end of the year, almost every week we'll have something new. In many cases, a couple new things a week. Dennis Schroeder to 149. There's another nice Ben Simmons. That's the jousting insert. That goes along with his Squire insert that we saw earlier. So we've had a couple of inserts and a handful of Ben Simmons rookies go through. Jamal Crawford for the Clippers. Whoops, sorry about that. Had it going, I think, the right way the first time. Patrick McCaw. And that is Dennis Scott for the Magic. And it is numbered to 149 on the Dennis Scott. Noah Vonleh. Pistol Pete again. Every time I lay one of the Pistol Pete over there, card in my hand tries to slide away. Otto Porter, that's the card that just went by, of course. He just signed a nice little contract extension as well. Of course, not nearly in line with what some of these other guys have signed, but still pretty impressive. Drew Holiday to 199 on the marquee. We are coming into the home stretch. Buddy Hield. Nerlens. he's going to stay down in Dallas. He didn't really seem like he ever got much of a chance to contribute the way he would have liked anyway when he was with the Sixers. There's the big cat. This is a thick pack. This is going to be one of our hits. Oh, Bill Russell. Cool. Whoops. Left them upside down. Aaron Gordon for the Magic. /99 on the Aaron Gordon. There's a tiniest little bit of gray up there in the corner. So we barely eked out a 2-color patch. I would not mind having a product that was all just like super good patches. I'm probably the only person that would want that, though. Everybody else would probably want autographs. And I like the autographs too, don't get me wrong, but if you get the right patch, it's pretty awesome. Like the one, I can't remember what card series it was, where we pulled the part of the dolphin for, you know, the Miami Dolphins. Oh my gosh, I was over the moon. I was so easily pleased. But pulling part of the little dolphin, I was like, oh yeah, that is to 149 on the ones that say Prince. It just makes me happy. But of course, you know, there was a while when patches first came out, MKG /99. And, you know, when the patches first came out, that's all anybody wanted. You know, they cared more about the material than they did the autographs. And then over time, it kind of slowly switched back to more autograph-based, I think. But I still appreciate a nice piece of cloth, for sure. Ha! Artist Gilmore. Look at that. Ha ha ha! To 199. Isaiah Thomas. Patrick Ewing. I like seeing some of the retired pro Hall of Fame, whatever you want to call them, players in here. Oh yeah, Chris, you like the relics too. I love the relics. I really do. I get very jazzed when I pull a nice one. There's another Denzel Valentine. That one is to 199. So that's a pair of Denzel Valentine, although as best I recall, the other one was not signed. But we'll find out in a minute because we'll recap those hits. And we'll also deal with our friend Mr. Panini reward points up there. Thank goodness, just the one. So there is at least that. At least it was just the one. All right, so let's deal with this joker first. This little 150 reward points cards. That's what's going to head into random. So here's what we got to do. We're going to grab everybody out of here. Actually, you know what? Let's grab the team names instead, because the one that is unpaid, of course, if that payment comes in, they're going to get their card. So we're just going to grab it by team name instead this time. Probably make it easier for me when I sort anyway, to remember where it goes. And we're just going to hit this one time since we've got we've got 32 items in there. I think that's sufficient to do one random. And that is coming out for the Trailblazers, and there's our date and time stamp and all that jazz. Of course, you know that anyway because you just watched it happen live, but still. All right, let me write on there where this is going. And honestly, I don't know why anybody cares if you actually write on things like this that are never going to be anything but redeemed. But anyway, someone does. So I write on the sleeve now, which is fine. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but just, I don't know. I've gotten so many things like this from breaks, and they've always written right on the card. I've never thought twice about it. Did not care, but some people do. So our 150 Panini Rewards points headed off to the Blazers. And that, of course, replaced one of our hits, sadly. Here are the hits that we had left, which is most of them, fortunately. Denzel Valentine to 199 for the Bulls. Chris, yeah, sure, man. If, if they don't come through and pay you, I'll reach out to you if you were the backup bidder. But, 99% of this is somebody I know that's bid with me before. So most of the time, people that have bid with me before that I know, the majority of the time, probably 98, 99% of the time, those people pay. When you get into the people who don't normally bid and that I don't know and don't have any history with, then you probably get into more like 40% of the time they pay and 60% of the time they pay, 40% of the time they don't. But this is somebody who, if I'm remembering the username correctly, I believe this is somebody that's bid with me before. So my expectation is that it will be paid and may already be paid by now. But if for some reason something happens and it does not end up getting paid, I'll let you know. But I think it probably will, or maybe already has been. Which is one of the reasons I don't like to resell things. That is Tristan Thompson for the Cavs. Because, stuff happens. You got other things we got to deal with. Real life and everything. So sometimes we don't make it on time. And so I don't often sell teams that are unpaid ahead of the break. Every once in a while I will. And that's usually if it's somebody I don't know at all. And maybe they've got like zero feedback, or somebody I don't know at all, and let's say it were the Yankees and they had bid it up to $300 or something. Well, I'm not going to, do a baseball break and not sell the Yankees out of it. So, there are a few cases where I would resell it before a break if it were unpaid. But the majority of the time I just ride it out and hope. So anyway. All right, guys, so that's all of it for tonight. I will get the next chunk of Excalibur up sometime in the next couple of days. And shipping-wise, again, I'm expecting this to go out probably Wednesday. Could possibly some of it fall into Thursday, but I'm guessing most of it will probably be out the door Wednesday. And other than that, thank you. I appreciate everybody. I hope I will see you again on another break. And you have a great rest of your week. We'll see you soon. Thanks.